All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as the men that toward them, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Kwara Abai from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson that Lord willing to do be edifying. And literally, man, when I popped up this morning, this thought came into my mind, and I was still meditating on it, as I was headed to the job, and I got here, and once my alarm went off this morning, you hit that first raise up, and all this back to this bullshit again, right? Back to going to work again, so on and so forth. But the thought that came to mind, and that's what I want to touch on here in a few, and the thing is that something's got to give, right? And when my alarm went off this morning and I popped up, had a little voice in your head, and but the first thought came to mind, said, man, something got to give, man. Now I didn't say it out loud, but that was just my spirit groaning. My spirit, just aggravated with this current society because, you come from the weekend. I got weekends off. You got that Saturday and Sunday. And as you wake up that Monday morning, it's like, man, back to this bullshit, man. Back to going to work, back to being in traffic, just back to just the whole cycle of things all over again. Another week in America, another week in Babylon, And that's why I was like, bro, something got to give, man. Something got to give. You had the EBT thing that came with the SNAP benefits, and people were scared, and that died down a little bit. It's like, bro, I'm ready, and it's all in the Lord's time. But man, I'm ready for event or something to happen to shake this shit back up. To shake the world back up, man. Put a pause to the festivities of everyday life that people living, man. You see, that people living, but eventually some gonna have to give because we can't keep. And it's, this is one of those venting lessons. I'm going to get the scriptures, but I want to say we can't keep doing this, but of course we can, right? And when I say can't, I'm talking about just the everyday, just go to work and everything the same, and just college football and NBA and NFL and celebrity drama and shade room. And it's just the same thing all over again, all over again. Like, I don't want to say nothing is changing, but it's the same cycle of things to where, bro, something got to happen eventually. Something going to have to happen eventually. Let me get this real quick because I just typed in on Google, what does something got to give mean? Right? And it says AI overview. Something's got to give means that a situation is under so much pressure that something, a person, a position, or a system will have to yield or break soon. It implies an unsustainable status quo where someone or something must finally compromise, give in, or fail. And again, look at the society we in. People's minds are messed up. You can't reset these people. They're already too far gone. Children want to be YNs and catch bodies. Children want to be, get their sex changed. The adults through. The old elderly people want to be young, and bad B's again, getting BBLs, and you 70. You see? Like, and you got fake food, the news all fake. It's just deception going on, war, rumors, and, it's the same things, man. When something go happen to make this shit just crack, to make this thing just crack. Because I'm thinking about this, because the scriptures do say as a woman in travail, meaning when a woman give birth, she have those contractions. And contractions, when that pain come, uncomfort, comfortability comes. But then eventually those contractions stop and she get a little breathing room. Get a little time, to gather herself as the woman, so to speak. But the thing is that eventually another contraction gotta come. And what I'm saying in this lesson is that we not looking for just another contraction. You know, just another event, then it died down again. And another event, then it died down again. And then EBT might get taken away and people get scared, then it died down again. We're looking for that contraction that's going to make the water break. That's something's got to give. When the water break, man. We're looking for that water break event. That's my new thing. That's my new one. We're looking for that water break event. To where it ain't going to go back to normal. Now you just got to go forth. Now it just got to happen. That baby got to come. Again, something's got to give, man. Yeah, we know events and wars and rumors of wars go come, but we looking for that Kickstarter, man, to get everything started. That first domino to fall. You see? But, right. So something's got to give. That was the Google on that. Let me get this real quick. I wanted to get this earlier. Because the reason something got to happen eventually, because one, the Lord said he ain't going to allow things to happen unless the prophet said first. He revealed his secrets to the prophets. The point is, we said everything. For years, the apostle taught himself, 45 years? You see, the other apostles, 40, 35 plus years, even before them, they elders, man. The prophecies, and especially, and why I started with the apostles, because we know it was the fathers, Eldapa Bibbins, and then the fathers before our apostles, but I guess you can say the final understanding of what it is now, you know, the full understanding of the prophecies. Because, you know, the fathers back then, you know, King Mashanam, they had a certain portion of understanding, but now things have been expounded upon and more so time have played out. You see? But the thing is, we've been speaking the prophecies. What else is there left for us to talk about? Nothing. Nothing. That's why eventually something gonna have to give. Let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 55, and this shouldn't be a long lesson. Isaiah 55 and verse 10. It says, "For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither," right? And we all know that when water or rain come down from the sky, or even snow, which is frozen water, it don't bounce back up like a boomerang or a bouncy ball. No, it come down and stay on the ground for what purpose? Let's read. It says, "For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and return not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater." So the water come down to do what? It get in the soil and it produce things. It brings things forth, right? That water from the sky. So the Lord gonna say, verse 11, "Well, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth." Who is the mouth for the Lord? The prophets. It says, "It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it." Again, we have been speaking the word. Now what? Something gotta happen. Something gotta happen. We ain't just about to be on YouTube forever, every week. Think about it. You know, you go Monday, you do your lesson Monday, listen to videos. Then the next day, listen to videos, do your lesson Tuesday. Then Wednesday, and then, the Thursday, got the Thursday live. Then Friday, you go to camp, or Saturday, you go to camp. Sunday, you might have a day off if you don't go to camp. And then Monday, the same whole shit all over again. Going to work and all that between that. And I ain't saying the work shit, Salakia. But I'm talking about just the day-to-day life on top of us doing our work. It's like a hamster wheel of the same things. And not just us in the truth, these people in the world doing the same things every day over and over again. And as the world going through the same cycle, it's getting worse. People's health is failing. Animals are dying. The quality of the air is horrible. Water is filled with fluoride and pollutants in it. Fish dying because of that water. You see, the water is dirty because everybody eating all the crabs and the crawfish. Things are supposed to clean the water up. See, so everything, some gotta give. Some gotta give. Some gotta happen. Let me get this real quick. Some gotta happen. This is what I'm thinking about. Let me get this real quick, because this is an impromptu. This is Jude of 9. Because we made the point just now in Isaiah 55 that, look, everything has already been spoken. All the prophecies have been spoken. We don't need to talk about nothing else. And the prophets, the Lord had us break these things down into great detail, especially the MOTB. Great detail. What else is really left to talk about? Nothing. We just waiting on it to happen. That's it. Let me get this real quick, because everything is set. Jude of 9 and verse 5, it says, "For thou," talking about the Heavenly Father, For thou hast wrought not only those things, but also the things which fell out before, and which ensued after. Now, what it's going into is how the Heavenly Father, he thought about and he did everything that happened since the world began, even to this time. Now, check this out. It says, and which have ensued after, thou hast thought upon the things which are now and which are to come. It says, yeah, what things? And what's the things? The prophecies, the events that we waiting on to take place so the progress of the world can go forward. You see? It says, yeah, what things, which are the prophecies, yeah, what things thou didst determine were ready at hand. Everything is ready. Think about it. When you really consider what's left in the timeline of events so that the Bible could be finished for this current age, it's not much. You got 2 major prophecies left, and everything else in Jacob's trouble going to happen around those. Let's start with this, right? Well, let's start with the events. Of course, Jacob's trouble in the whole. When people lose their mind, it's going to be riots, civil war. It's going to be famines, newly created creatures, right? You're going to have all those things. You know, you're going to have all those things, concentration camps, lockdowns, shutdowns, troops on the street, you see? And the thing is, once society falls, what that's going to bring forth? Your last 2 major prophecies. The MOTB, which is the RFID micro C-HIP, that's going to be mandated because it's going to be chaos, and it's going to be used as a means of as a solution to the chaos. And then what's going to happen next? You got World War III when missiles be shot off. That's your last 2 major prophecies. The MOTB being mandated and World War III. Now, when you sit there and think, and that's it. That's it. And look, when missiles be shot off, that's the day our Lord will come back. When you think about that, is all these things not taking place right now? Is not the MOTB and World War III on mainstream media? It's not people ready to bug out and lose their mind. All it takes is that one water break event. That's all. One water break event. Something's got to give, man. Let's get this. Let's get that woman in travail real quick, and I ended on one. The 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15. See, people got used to the contractions coming, hard times coming, and then it's get back better. Right? And hard times come again and it get back better. Then CV19 come and people scared and it get back better. And the world locked down and it get back better. Right? EBT and SNAP might be taken away, but it get back better. The point is, just like those contractions, eventually it take only one and the water gonna break, and that's the one. And it ain't gonna get better from that point on. It's gonna be pain and pressure until that child be delivered. That's what we waiting on, man. That water break event. And that's the time something gonna give. Because it ain't gonna be better. Get back better after that. Let's get this. The 2nd Ezra 15. And I'm gonna start at Select 2nd Ezra 16. Ezra 16. The 2nd Ezra 16. I'm gonna start at 35. It says 2nd Ezra 16, I'm going to start at 37. I'm going to start at 36. It says, believe the word of the Lord and receive it. And believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. See, they coming. And that's why we saying something got to give. The Lord said, look, time's speeding up. Something got to happen eventually. We ain't going to go through this cycle just every day and forever. And one week go by and the next week we do the same shit. And the next week and the next day is like, come on, man. You see? It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when. So this the likeness that is about to like it's about to be. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, and which pains, when a child come forth, they slack not a moment. See, the closer it get to delivery of that child, the deliverance of that child, the contractions get more painful and they get closer together, telling us what? We clearly know we closer to salvation, meaning these plagues is about to hit. It ain't just gonna be, the SNAP benefit and people complaining on YouTube. No, it's actually gonna happen. It ain't just gonna be people talking about diseases and monkeys hopped out a truck and people might get sick. No, people gonna start dying again. See, when the Lord, it ain't gonna be like, well, you remember 4 or 5 years ago, it was CV19. No, the time's coming when these plagues gonna be a week apart, then days apart, and then multiple things happen in the same day. So it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And I'm gonna end it with this one. I want to end it with this one. See, everything is ready, set, go. And people have gotten used to the rumors. People got used to, the contractions going away. Again, we waiting on for it to no longer be a rumor, for the real event to happen. We waiting on not another contraction, but the water breaking. And that's what eventually going to happen. Let me get this real quick. Rumor 1 year. This is Jeremiah 51:46. I'm going to read the KJV first. It says, unless your hearts be faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. See, so you have rumors of World War III. You have rumors of the economy falling and going digital. You have rumors of diseases and all these different things that put fear in the people. And a rumor could be likened to contractions, Put fear in the people and you think hard times coming, but then it pass over. And people go back to happy hour doing what they want to do. So let's read. It says, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year, shall a rumor come. See, rumor on top of rumor, rumor on top of rumor, but eventually it's going to be that water break event. Let's read it in whole. It says, unless your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. And a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year, shall a rumor come, and then violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Eventually, it ain't going to be no rumor. It ain't just going to be a regular contraction that's going to... No, the water going to break. You see? The economy really going to crash. Ain't no more... The government ain't going to be reopened. It's just going to be down. You see? That's what we waiting on. And that's the point of something's got to give, man. We can't just be doing this forever. The prophet's been speaking the word. Brothers getting busy every day. You see? Going hard every day. Esau getting exposed right now. We waking up as a people and everything is taking place, man. What else we waiting on? What, we going to just talk forever? No. Something about to happen. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadash. And with that, Shalom.